things that you see is not a part of your plan, plain and simple. So it's not the same thing as you just saying to yourself, I want to do this and going out and do it, because we all know that doesn't happen. It just doesn't work like that all the time, especially for something as complicated as, reaching a goal or dream. You have to be mindful. There are very real complicated steps and things that you have to do to reach something that's worth putting on your goal sheet. So it's not going to be as easy as saying, I want to do this, and then just going out and do it. If you are not setting and preparing yourself for the steps that you have to take in order to get it. So, I really wanted to touch on this and really get you guys to understand that, with meditation, you're going to read about a lot of stuff. You're going to see a lot of things pertaining to chakras and everything like that. There are levels to it. You hear that all the time. There are levels to this. If you can't get the physical, and that's what all of this really is about. It's Malakuf. It's the physical, the bottom, your first chakra. Is what you are dealing with. So when I'm talking about money and success and everything like that, we talking about you basically getting through this first stage of the first 3 chakras, you might as well say, and really dealing with the material. Because since they understand, when you start to get into this, you understand what Malakuf and what the lower brain and what all this materialism is about. It's about exactly that. You mastering the material. Which is, one, you being in the position where you are stable enough to not have to want for material. Again, it goes into Buddhism, as I talked about suffering. When you want, you suffer. So while you sit up there wanting this car, wanting this job, or wanting to do this and do that, you are creating suffering within yourself. So why would you want to deal with the want, the pain of wanting something, and not put yourself through a process where you can train yourself to go out and get it? To have it. So this is what you're dealing with. So once you get through that level of the material, you can start to move on to higher, more spiritual, better things. But as I talked about, in the series, and same thing as personal economics as well, about taking care of that first. It's just the first stage in this physical existence that we have to deal with, and it's something that we can't get around. It's us dealing with the materialistic world. And I kept it real with you guys. I told y'all, you can go out there and try to go live like the monks if you want. You can't do it. You have been born in this materialistic society, and you have to adapt to it. This is one of the things we have been brilliant at, and that is adapting to what's going on. So now you have to understand how to balance, because that's what it's technically all about, is balancing the spiritual and the material. There has to be a balance. And it's where I differ at with the monks, as far as everything being about material and being about spirituality and not dealing with the material. The monks, they all spiritual. They have no attachments to anything. They don't deal with anything physical. The only thing they have is their pot and their bowl. That's all they have. And it's nothing else, So it's them immersing themselves in the spiritual part of it, but you need the material part as well when you understand the metaphor of Genesis, which I touched on. So, when you get that and you understand that there's a balance between the physical and the spiritual, and that you must control that balance in order to move forward, then you understand the ground, ground one, the beginning, starts with meditation. And this is why it's important. And this is why a lot of people are not getting to where they want to be at, because they are not meditating and they are not programming themselves to go to where they want to go at. Therefore, they are falling victim to the program. And we've all seen it. We've seen it our whole lives. Why is it the same hood in Detroit? It's the same way as the hood in Philly, in Chicago, in California, in Florida. Why it's black people all over the world, all over the country, doing the exact same thing, falling victim to the same exact situations as far as kids and welfare and, incarceration and all kinds of stuff like that, selling drugs and everything that we do, killing each other, what have you. Why is it the same everywhere? Because we are getting programmed by the same exact thing, and that is this hip-hop culture, as I always talk about. If you are not programming yourself, they are programming you, and you're going where they want you to go and not where you want to go. So one of my favorite quotes of all time is, if you're not willing to work hard for it, don't complain about not having it. That is so true. We complain about so much, but very few people is willing to actually put in the actual physical work, the struggle, the sacrifice to get to where they want to be, to get what they want. And that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. So a lot of people, when they get into meditation, when they're putting together these plans to be successful, they can't go too far because they are not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to save money. They're not willing to not buy those sneakers or go to the club or do this or do that. They're not really willing to do it. A lot of times when you deal with something personally, when it's just you in the mirror, we cheat ourselves. And that's what happens. A lot of people cheat themselves. It's just you going through that diet phase. You cheating yourself by eating that donut. It's just you working out. You cheating yourself by not doing as many reps. A lot of people cheat themselves when there's personal gain that they have to do that. They have to face on their own. When it's just you that have to do this, we cheat ourselves. And this is one of the things you have to stop doing. You read in a book, you cheat yourself by not finishing that chapter. And this is why people can't get through the Bible. It's too many pages to read, too much stuff. So they cheat themselves and they act like they read it when they know they ain't really read the whole goddamn chapter. It's the same thing. We follow the same trends in life. We cheat ourselves out of so much. And you're not going to get nowhere cheating yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Put the work in. If you're not going to work hard for it, don't complain about not having it. Now, when you get to that personal level and you look in the mirror and it's just you know what you did and didn't do. So a lot of people out here frauding and complaining about where they are in life, but look in the mirror, you know what you didn't do. You know you didn't work hard enough. You know you didn't put that time and money and that effort in. You didn't invest in yourself. You didn't believe in yourself. You had doubt. You had fear. You had worry. So it's you. And I talked about this in a DVD about demons and what they really are. It's you. The only demon that's going to hold you back is yourself. Plain and simple. Nobody can cast any negative energy on you that you can't dispel on your own. Plain and simple. It's all about you, your aura, your energy, what you're bringing into yourself and what you're putting out. And if you are programming yourself correctly, your energy as well, you're good to go. You're good to go. As I said, I know where I'm at as far as energy, meditation, where I'm at spiritually. So, a lot of people look at what I do in my life, people who don't know me, and they judge and they think that, it's something more, to what I speak about as far as some kind of hidden agenda. Anybody who follows me in truth and really watches all the videos, you know how deep I go and how I destroy everything that I touch as far as information, and nobody messes with me on those levels. So when you understand what this stuff is about, what they have effectively done to us and the power that they are using, how they're using it, you can use it for yourself. You understand what they're doing. So this is what I have done. And I have become very successful so far. And basically understanding what they're doing and using it for myself without having to deal with them. So this is what I put out there. Not, clean cut as I want to, because, I just can't do that. But I put it out there enough for you guys to get this information. If you're really watching the videos and really paying attention and taking notes, there's no reason why you shouldn't be. I want you guys to be more successful than me. I want you to have more money than me, to be doing way better than me. That's what I want. That's what's up. So everybody who's been sending me emails, and I had a couple people sending me actual pictures of their account and how well they're doing with the personal economic series, how much money they made so far. This is what it's about. So, you have a lot of people who have ulterior motives and putting out information. It's one of the reasons why I was up front. When I started putting the stuff out was upon request. People wanted the information. People wanted the DVDs. Nothing to do with money. As I said, I was already rich before I started doing this. I already had money. I already had my plan in place. I went through my ups and downs and my studying and everything like that, and struggles or what have you, and persevered. So I know what it took and what I did and what happened and what got me to where I'm at. And if it wasn't meditation, if it wasn't what I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't even come out here and put this kind of information out there if I didn't know it worked for myself. People who I know, who follow, friends of mine who follow what I talk about, successful. And that's who I keep around me. Anybody who knows me, I tell you, when they come into my life, if I allow them in, when we talk, the first thing I ask is, what do you want to do with yourself? What do you want? And help them go get it. So people who I come in contact with, who we connect, I make sure they are headed towards success and that they are working hard to do that. And there's a lot of people who know me who'll tell you that's exactly how I am. And that's exactly what I want for you guys to put that work in, to get this ghetto ass shit out your brain and this programming and switch it. Program yourself to do what you want and get rid of this crap. This stuff you've seen on TV and everything they're programming you with, because it's altering you, it's changing you, it's causing you to think different ways. I've seen so many people flip-flop, as far as beliefs and their personal feelings about things because of mainstream media or because of what was popular. And some of you may be doing that and you're not even aware that you're doing it. So a lot of people, as I said, we cheat ourselves. We cheat, we sell out who we really are to fit in. We sell out who we really are for money. People sell out who they really are for attention, for a like. And this is what you're going to have addressed to you in meditation, and you're going to have to deal with it. And you're going to have to get through it. And you have to create a plan for yourself to follow that's going to lead you to success and where you want to be. Motivational speakers can put a lot of motivation into you and get you hype and crump for a little bit. But when you get back to your life, that stuff is going to be gone. I mean, where is it? Now, if you're programming yourself to deal with your life, and your everyday, your daily, then that's what's going to take you to success. It's not going to be what somebody else is saying to you. Regardless of how motivational or inspirational it may sound, hold on to that, because you might can draw on it later. But when it comes crunch time, when it's real and it's you dealing with this, you're not going to be thinking about that person in the back of your ear, because they're not going to be right there to help you out. It's just going to be you. So again, if you program yourself correctly, it's not going to be a problem. So now I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, and thanks to everybody who supported and bought the last 2 DVDs that's out. Again, I put this information out for a reason, as I always say. It's for people to really get this information. I'm finding, now a lot of people who really watch the videos always, they give their feedback and everything. There's a lot of people who had the videos for a while that haven't watched them, and then when they're watching, they be so shocked at the information. Not trying to, toot my own horn or what have you, but trust me, you're not going to find it. And you guys who watch, you're not going to find this stuff on the internet. It's not nobody putting out the kind of information that I put out, because if it was, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. It's a lot deeper than what a lot of people realize. And so this is one of the things you're going to find out as you start getting into a lot of the information that I put out. But again, the meditation is the key. It's the key in the Bible, what he's stressing so much. Prayer. We understand the metaphor is meditation, going within the pineal gland. Everything, as I talked about, is so much deeper than people realize. And again, you have a lot of people who are just, trying to get on the bandwagon of consciousness and trying to fit into the whole movement. We had, Black Panther come out, so you're having a lot more black folks all of a sudden now want to be attached to their African, their blackness. You even have Hebrews trying to, jump on to the whole bandwagon with Black Panther and draw it into, Hebrews. I got a video coming up on Hebrew Israelites soon. So another one. Yeah, I know. So, it's a lot. It's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of people putting out stuff. It's really up to you to, as I always tell you guys, do your own research and to really know what you want from meditation. It's a lot more to it than sitting with your legs folded, closing your eyes, and daydreaming. To what end? For what? What do you hope to accomplish in meditation? There is a physical aspect you must pass first before the spiritual begins. So once you get that out the way and you're done dealing with it, the healing begins. Plain and simple. You start healing your body. You start, energetically opening up, so many things that you need, that is dormant, that you're going to need to help you, rise as far as Kundalini, getting that energy and opening that third eye. But it begins with the physical. How can you ever hope to achieve any of this stuff, to be truly spiritual, if you stuck dealing with a goddamn electric bill, a phone bill, a cable bill? How you hope to be free and to do anything if you dealing with this material world? You stuck. You gotta go to work. Damn, I gotta go to work. I can't do this. I gotta go to work. That's a stress. That's pain. This is what the Buddhist is trying to tell you. This pain is not so much you wanting. It's you having to deal with life. And that's what Buddhism talks about. That's why I got into it in the series. You have to deal with that pain. The pain, I got to get up and go to work. My goodness, got to deal with traffic. Got to get on this damn bus. This pain. Now, you may have adapted to it and have come to the point where it's normal, but it's still a pain. It's something that you do not want to do, that's taken away from your true purpose. Your purpose on this planet is not to pay bills and die. It's not to work and die. Plain and simple. Went through all this. Understand what's going on and what these people have effectively done to you and to all of us, and beat it. I have beaten it. I'm trying to help you guys beat it and win. This shit is not about money. I have enough. I'm cool. You don't see no Bentleys or nothing behind me like that. I'm not that type of person, even though I am about to buy a Bentley, by the way. But so I scratched that from the record, but it's because it's a good price and I like the car. But it's not about that. It's not about money. It's not about all that stuff, man. It's just, if it's about beating them, it's about beating them seriously. And they've beaten us so well, so since I've figured out, what we need to do and how we can bypass this system, I felt compelled to put out the information to help you guys get to where I'm at and better in your lives. Because as I said, we're not going to come together as a people. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. You know it, I know it. It's not going to happen. Religion, ego's a problem. But if we as individuals consciously get our shit together, as I always say, then we will excel. And it's almost covertly us as individuals not coming together in large groups and rah, and bigging each other up like we doing something, when we going to get all hype and walk and march and then everybody going to go back home and go work for the white man. What the fuck is the point? So if you individually, if you focus on yourself and get your shit together and get to where you need to be and be successful, bam, it's a trickle down effect. As I always say, generational wealth begins with mom and dad. So now that you got wealthy, your kids will be wealthy, so on and so forth. And if each of us do that as individuals, as well as be conscious and understand what's going on, that unity will be automatic, because we all going to be on the same level. It's up to you. Do what you need to do. Don't let nobody talk you out of your dream and anything that you want to do. There are levels in everything that you do, no matter what it is. Trust me, there are ways that you need to figure out and understand it first. And it's dealing with the material, and you got to get through that before you start moving anywhere up that level and getting anywhere near Kundalini rising and really understanding what true energy is. And you'll see the difference. You'll start to dream about what you want because you've meditated on it so much. Your subconscious will project that into in the dream world. You'll start dreaming about it. That's another way you're going to know that it's working. It takes time. You got to do it daily, 20 minutes a day at least. Meditate. I meditate for hours. So you'll get to that point one of these days. But you'll see it work. I'm living proof. I have hundreds of people that's also living proof that'll tell you it works, and it can work for you, and it's up to you. You don't got to buy the DVD to learn how to meditate. I just gave you everything right here for free. Boom. Take the information, use it, do it, and educate yourself. Plain and simple. But again, thanks to everybody for taking the time to watch, and see you guys next video.